I would also say my husband and I, he was at the mall with the kids like years ago when we first got together, and it was our first Christmas with the kids, and he found this ornament that's 4 peas in a pod, and literally is like 4 peas in a pod with like the heads of like smiling peas, and it has our names on it. He got engraved, and so now we kind of end up getting a cute ornament engraved every year to kind of commemorate the year. So here's my sweet big husband. He's out there somewhere. He's probably gonna kill me. My like buff husband, like getting this 4 peas in a pod ornament is super cute. Yes.
Cheese.
And I love cheese. And I don't really get to have it most of the time, but because it actually is not very good for the vocal cords, although I sneak it in every once in a while. So when I'm off the road, I love mac and cheese. Like, I don't know why, but it's the thing that I go to that I just have to devour. That and lasagna. My husband and I both are not Italian, but we ended up with lasagna on Christmas Day because I thought it was a great like one pot meal. It's perfect. I got lazy. I'm touring 5 days until Christmas, so I get lazy around Christmas Day.
We do, to get in the mood. I just made a Christmas album, and we decorate the studio. Even if we don't make the album over Christmas time, we decorate the studio in garland and put little trees up and stockings, and we do that in the bus. We have a tree in the bus, and we all go. I bring the dogs, and everybody goes on the bus. Yeah, it puts you in the spirit. Everybody starts to get mushy right about now, so it's perfect time. I took the Flintstones theme, and I wrote a version of that. I was sitting in a bed somewhere, jet-lagged, overseas, and I came up with this idea to put Christmas lyrics to the Flintstones theme. So I'm going to be singing that with Jennifer Nettles. We call it Yabba Dabba Yuletide.
Hello. You have a baby coming.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
What are you most excited about sharing with a baby, a child growing up, about Christmas?
Yeah, I think, of course, the traditions. This will be my first kid. We found out we're having a little boy, so really excited. And my wife was already asking if we should get him a stocking. He doesn't come till February, and I was like, you are truly nesting on a different level right now if you want to give the baby a stocking that isn't here. But I'm not sure what she decided, but I can't wait, honestly. I mean, it's funny. In my mind, I'd always pictured having a little girl. I don't know why. And that now that I know it's a boy, I'm just trying to think of all the little things I can kind of teach him, and it's going to be interesting to see if he's like me or more like Cassie. It'll be fun to see, but definitely, Christmases for a musician are the time that you probably get the most time off, and you're at home, and so those are going to be, that's going to be a time I'm sure I cherish the most, with my family.
Favorite Christmas memory?
So me and my mom have this tradition every year since I was like super little, where Christmas Eve we buy each other pajamas and put them on in the morning of Christmas Eve, and then wear them throughout the day no matter where we go. So Christmas Eve church service. Last year it was picking up a car in the shop with a onesie with a butt flap. So we like to get embarrassing for each other, but it's always fun.
Ever received?
Whoa. My mom is the queen of Christmas gifts. Like I said, she's an elf. She's bought me my first guitars, but she bought me my first Taylor guitar when I moved to Nashville, and it was my first like really nice guitar, because the other one was a Yamaha, and it was like $300. And I remember she told me that if I went in halfway, she'd get the other half. But so that was my first like nice guitar, and that was like when I was getting really serious about music. So that was a special one.
While we're here, so one time Shay got me a gift, and he knows that I'm very, very picky about what I wear and what I won't wear. So he shows up and he gets me this pair of sunglasses from the Sunglass Hut, and this is all on film, by the way. Everybody's in on this prank. I get the bag and I'm like, dude, thank you so much, man. This is so nice. I open them up and they're watching, just like on edge, like, what do you think? And they were the worst sunglasses ever. I mean, they look like ski goggles. White, they had like Shaun White on them, I guess. Sorry, Shaun, if you're listening. But, and they had like an autographed poster, the whole thing. And Shay's like, dude, those are incredible. And I knew they were terrible. And
So did I.
He knew they were bad. And I was just like, thank you so much, man. I love these. And I put them right back in. And he's like, what do you think? It's
It was the greatest thing ever because he was trying to be nice. And I knew, like, when I'm picking out sunglasses for someone, I knew I either had to get exactly what he wanted or the absolute worst pair that I could possibly find. So I went with that route. And he opened them up and he tried them on, took them immediately off. And I was like, dude, those are sick, man. You should wear those out later when we go out. And he was like, yeah, dude, yeah, totally. So yeah, and I was like, man, I'll be honest, that's a joke. Those are terrible.
You know, it's an emotional song, and it's a story about a love between two sisters, and I just think it's really cool that I get to sing this song. And I told my sister that I was doing it, and I sent her, you know, copy, and all of her kids, she's a teacher, so all of her kids just love this song, and everybody, when I walk through the hall, they're like, Frozen! And I'm like, that's right. I love that movie, I really, really do.
Like a flashback to sitting on my grandma's floor, you know, and watching some of these old, you know, back on these old tapes that she had of the Lawrence Welk show and whatnot, because I was watching, you know, Jennifer Nettles up there doing that little Broadway number, and it just took me right back to, oh my gosh, this is classic Christmas, like, and it never gets old, it's timeless, and it just took me to a really special place and made me realize how awesome it is to be here.
Well, I'm a big food guy, as you can tell by looking at me up here. I like food a lot, and but my favorite thing is my sister's sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato pie so much, and I don't get it very often. And my sisters always make sure that I get a couple during Thanksgiving and Christmas, so that's my favorite thing, sweet potato pie.
$75 in Nordstrom this morning on clothes entirely too small for either my wife or me to wear. Yeah, it will be the best Christmas that, you know, I think my wife or I have ever had. You know, it's been a long time in the making, but we're extremely excited and you know, ready to see what God has in store for us. Hopefully they look like their mama and not like me.
Hi. You have a son. So what is a Christmas tradition you had maybe growing up that you've now passed down or started to share now that he's with you?
I think always trying to do homemade gifts and staying away from a lot of really plastic toys, just so they have more tactile memory. And it makes it for a warmer gift, especially things that we can make ourselves.
And I start cooking dinner, and then we're all just in the kitchen, and there's a fire, and it's just it's one of my favorite days of the year, obviously.